Blessings. Hey, welcome back to Life's Place. Thank y'all for the likes, the love, the shares, excuse the hair. I appreciate the subscribes and all too. Yo, this message is about pay mind to those that really don't want you to move forward by way of making it seem like you owe them. You owe them because you're the baby father. You owe them because you're the son. You owe them because you're the daughter. You owe them because you're the baby mother. You owe them because you're the wife. You owe them because you're the husband. You owe them all because they don't want you to go nowhere. You know the ones that want to make, stay at the table for too long, even though there's nothing enough to eat, and everything that they have at the table is, all dried out and shit like that. It's like some people want that that energy, where you feel bad for leaving. You feel kind of confused as to, if you should leave, not, right? But people are good with making you feel as though you should never leave, by way of making it seem like, you owe them. They can't do this. It's like the fake ass damsels in distress, yo. The ones that will truly cry a river of phony ass tears for them to drown in the shallowness of themselves, right? Because they're the types to try to train you like a fucking dog. You must be here at 3 o'clock. Bark, because you're not going to get what you want. You need some money. I need for you to, go over there, jump that fence, and bark and bite that person, and then bring back the bone to me. That's the only way I will give you some money. The ones that really will tear your pockets apart, because in their mind, this is that energy that feel as though that they are owed because they are who they are, but won't get up to actually fulfill who they are. The one that wants you to truly break, bend, and fucking fold to hold up an image for them that they are the best mom, they are the best dad, the best baby mom, best auntie, but they can't hold up that image for themselves. But they want to destroy your image as the best mother, the best father, the best sister, best friend, this and that. They don't want nobody to know that part about you, because they want to keep you on a string as their best puppy, as their best friend, as their, baby daddy, their father, the mother. Everybody has to have like a nice name, a nice tone to it, just so you can feel like you're important, that you are wanted, when in truth you are, but you're just important in a way that you're not, but you're made to feel as though you are important, so important that the only reasons why you are important is because of your pockets, is because of your loyalty, is because your level of respect and your level of grace when it comes to giving people space, patience, the heart that you put into everything. Motherfuckers take advantage of that, and they will keep you being a, oh wow, yo, this is the type of motherfucking energy that will have you claiming, whoa, claiming children that's not yours because of the heart. Wow. Who's in my energy? All my children know who. Oh wow. Um. And okay. DNA test, whatever that. If y'all going through that, it's. I'm pretty sure you can get a Walmart. But anyways, y'all, damn, how the fuck that energy just popping? But it is, wow, it is that type of, but there's people that do it, where they will claim a child that's not theirs just because of the fact that, every child should never be orphaned. But there's some there's some people out there that will literally manipulate you into believing, wow, that's sad, because you fuck up a person's mind, especially the child, just to get into somebody's pockets, yo. Everybody, wow, that's, I'm sorry, I could never do that to somebody. But people do it, and their own reasonings for doing that. But this is totally out the way of what the hell I was trying to say. But it falls along the same lines of what I am saying. Those that really do want you to be held by a leash or a string, puppet you, the ones that move, not even, wow, this is the religion, the tradition, and the custom. Some people will customize their religious ways and by way of thought on what you should be doing as far as a male or a female. These are your obligations. These are what you're supposed to do. But traditionally, they're abusing you mentally and emotionally, whereas physically, you're drained after you're dealing with those that who try to keep you bound by responsibilities that in truth those that are codependent on you, they don't want to do. You know, it's like some people make you out to be the system to rob the system. You know, make you a part of the system in order for them to rob you, just so that they are not a part of the system. But a good amount of them rob the system altogether. You know, they could be a part of a whole program where it's taken from the system, but at the same time, they're feeding the system you by way of making sure that you are always mentally fucked over, fucked up. You are always emotionally fucked up and fucked over to the point that you physically must just continue to work to pay off the debt that motherfuckers put on you because of the tradition of the religious way of thinking that this is what you're supposed to do. Whereas they take away the customizing of it to make it for you because they don't want you to customize your own life for you by way of the learnings of the religion and tradition, because they want to customize the life. They've already customized the life for you by way of keeping you in a box of who you should be and what you should do, and making sure that they have a short, tight leash on you just to puppet you whenever they want to. Oh, wow. If you got something new to do, they found something old for you to get back into. You know, if you found someone new, they're going to pull somebody in the back in the past to bring that back up in front of you, you know, and everybody around you will bring back the memories. Remember when, remember this, remember that. But you remember differently. That's why you moved to basically clear you, take care of you. But those that don't want you to change, bless you, let alone meet new people or do new things, yo, or even get a new job, yo, motherfuckers, you got to really pay mind to those who bring up the past and even invite the past back in just to prove that, you know what, they got you and there's no way out to what they put you in. Yo, these like people that will play in the spell work, in the mental magic, you know? It's mental manipulation by way of making sure everybody around you says that, you know what, the past is good for you. You know what? You should get back with the past. The past wasn't all that, you know. Traditionally, this is what we do, and religiously, you got children, you got to do this, you got to take care of that. But they don't have to take. Wow, this is bad because that sounds like Eve in pieces. This is Eve and the concubine sitting at the table, making sure that Adam never finds his heart, just so that he can stay able to take care of Eve and the concubines, where she's still left in pieces, where she don't want to put herself together, because that means putting herself together means going out there to get a fucking job, take care of herself and her siblings too, her seedlings. Whereas, you know what? Lilith has done that. There's not so many Liliths out there that can actually take care of themselves, their children, and their foundation to run a business and all of that. Whereas a good amount of Eve and the concubines, yo, they're the type to do the spell work and the black magic and to do the gossip, the rumors, and try to yo, take the motherfucking business and make Lilith look bad. Oh God, this is so fucking annoying, yo. Nobody really wants to work together because of the fact that working together means that everybody has their position. Even the concubines don't have a position. Their position is to take. But if there's nothing to take from Adam with no heart, what the fuck are they going to take? But eating dishes of salt. Because every plan that they come up with is to keep Adam with no heart. So keep treating Adam as if he is the dog that he is. Wow. So they never expected the dog to bite. That's what it is. They never expected the dog to ever wake up and bite the hand that's been making them believe that it is the hand that feeds them. But they are out there breaking their back to feed everybody. when they barely have enough to feed themselves. Wow, they want the dog to bite because when the dog bites, that means they put the dog back in the cage. They got plans for the dog being in the cage. This is sick, yo. Y'all are fucking sick. That's a sick ass way of thinking just to keep a pocket in your hand. And there's, oh, let me get out of this energy, yo. I am not that type of. Ew. That shit comes back. I just need to say that. It comes back. It comes back in a way where, you know what? Not in this present day, but that's children, you know? We accept what we want when it comes to the history that we want, we choose to repeat, you know? That sticks to the bloodline. That's in the lineage. So whatever's done at this present time, thinking that it is the coolest thing to keep on running, it's the same thing that's going to run into the children, whereas they're going to go through the same confusion too. It's like the repeat of the same story, part one to part two. What you want to write about your story today is the same thing. It's like that's the fucking outline, you know, the outline to the next book that you're teaching, you know, from. It's like really sitting at the table with even the concubines on how to take from everybody, whereas instead of building for everybody, you know, it's sitting at table. It's the same shit. Be careful of the tables that you sit at because you don't know who the fuck is going to be eating off of you, whereas they're not feeding you, you know. But then there's tables that will feed the shit out of you. They will feed all the parts of you, you know, and make sure you got take, you know, food to take home. But tables where they chopping it up, no talks of growth, but how to take and remove motherfuckers from shit. That's the continuation of what they're doing a pirate's job of what history is. They're becoming part of history that is the pillaging of those that built. It's like you jumped on the boat of those that took just because it looks good. Yet taken from those that built just so that you could look good. Look good for who? Those that actually took too. So it's only that certain percent, straight up, it's the 1% or 2 or 3% that actually choose to want to impress each other. That's the image holders. Whereas the rest of the fucking reality have no images to uphold. But ugh, it takes a lot of manipulation to make a motherfucker believe that they are not who they are and to believe that they are this. Yet those are the ones that has to stay with the image. It's the most, what type of energy could it be other than to keep themselves in pieces because they don't want to feel whole? They don't want to feel themselves. Whereas Eve, no, not Eve. It would be Adam feeling himself if he's walking through the jungle finding himself. Because Eve wants to be home taken care of, but she's not taking care of her. So it's a big difference between kept and just want to be kept. You know, the ones that don't want to do nothing, whereas the investments goes to the fucking hole, where they always gotta. The investment is to stay, wow, surface level, to keep the surface level looking pretty, to keep the glass looking like grass, whereas the water is the tears from the times, you know, they kept cutting their feet on that glass to keep pretending it is grass. It's mental manipulation, yo. It's the motherfuckers that's holding up the paper houses and driving the paper cars, hoping that Adam never finds his heart. Because once you find the heart, that means you feel, you sense, and you start to smell shit. So even the concubines don't want Adam to find his heart, let alone feel or see, but to accept the pieces of what she is giving him. Oh God, yo. Where's the love at that table? And what do they love when it comes to that table? If they don't want Adam to have no heart, let alone have no feeling or sense of what the hell is going on around him, they're the type to put the insurance policy on Adam. and to stress him out enough that he would act out in rage because they want him to take the bait that he must, and never give him a break. Wow, age old fucking thinking. Break the man to put him in a cage just so that he could never feel the love that they never wanted to give. This is sickening, yo. That's like the type of females that never want a man to cry or let alone a little boy cry to express his feelings because of the fact that she don't know how to take it. She don't know how to hold them because she was never held. Oh, this is deeper than I wanted to make it, yo. Um, that's abandonment issues. And the only way for them not to feel abandoned is to keep you on a string and make it seem like you must do because they don't want to. And they will be the ones to bait you into a rage just so that you give them a reason to fight you. But the setup is already there for them to really want you to fight them because of. Damn, what type of. This is a. I'm. Know the most I got you. I ain't doing that.